Okay, so our project is, so this is the user and places. See, three places is there. If it is a one, that is a place will be happen. Okay, so that is we have written a code. So you already know this one. Okay, so now what we are going to do? We are going to add some extra functionality and a reusable code for this one. Okay, so now I want to add some reusable components. So what is a reusable component? So what is a component which can be used as a reusable component? So that is we are going to be discussed here. Okay, so for that, first I want to define a two components. So those component is a reusable components. So where I have to define in the sense, so I can so define here. So what are all those components? So I make a one folder called UI components or UI elements. So for that UI elements, I have made a one folder. So there I want to call the reusable component. What is a component? Component is a piece of a code. So I'm going to be user n number of a time. Okay. So how to do? So for that, first we are going to be uh, I will use the image as a reusable component. So I don't want to type I don't want to call the image every time. So I am defining a one reusable component. So that the component name is a avatar dot jsx. Enter. And one more component is so that is a css avatar dot css. So how we are defining a css here? Not here. So all both similarly we have defined. Okay, fine. So avatar.jsx, avatar.css. Okay, for that one, it is for the alternative image tag I am going to be right here. And two more component is what card dot jsx and card dot css. Okay, so I'm going to be creating this. The first is what a image tag. So image tag where we are using, so we are already using in the user place, yeah. So here image tag we are using, but I don't want to use this image tag. I want to use a one more component. So I need to pass the image and style as well. So this style also we can pass as a props. Okay, so initially it will feel difficulties, no worries. The first I will go here, I will close this one and first avatar.jsx. So first import React from React. The next, so import avatar.css. That is a import. See, you will get confused what I am writing. So just wait for a 2 minutes. You will get to know for what purpose I am writing. Save it. So I want to create a constant avatar. Open close. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. See what happens. This is a normal JavaScript function here. If I remove means, so this is a normal JavaScript function. Okay, JavaScript file. So if I use a control Z, so this is the React library. Inside that, I am using a React one component. So like that, we have a different component. React router DOM is there. So React hooks is there. Use effect. These are all the coming from the hooks. So React is a one main library. So React is a we can call the one more component library. So React is containing a n number of a library. So React router DOM and use effect, use state. So use memo, use reducer. All these hooks are available in the React. So this is a React is a big library. Inside React I am fetching. So that's why I am going to be write all the React components. Okay. No, import React means from where it is it has to be import. Yeah, see, I want to fetch the see what I am doing. So I am importing the React. Just a minute. See, I am importing the. I want to write the React.js project or React.js component. So React is a one sub library of this whole library. And if you want to use a hooks, you are using use state, use effect, use reducer, use memo. So these are all available in the React. So React is a one more to write a component. So you cannot mention like this. So you are fetching a React from the React library. Where it is? So it is if you just go here, see here from the version uh, React 18.2.0. Okay, there you are going to be fetch the like a React one sub component or not sub component sub library. So then only it is easy to it is able to write a React functionalities. If you like a ternary operations and like it's not like a different thing, so it is acting, it is normal JavaScript function. It will be acted when as a React is imported from the React library. Got it or confusion? Yeah. So import avatar, so this is a CSS, so we are going to be get to know. So this is a CSS. Okay, constant avatar, so just I want to do a return. Okay, so now what I want to do, I will just take a one div. So what I am writing here, uh, I am writing this file as a alternative of a image tag. So then I am passing a uh, class name and a style as a props. So then it is easy to like reuse this component from anywhere and any site, any multiple projects and all. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, sorry. So, uh, so here I will take a props. So class name. So here I will do some tricky things. apostrophe avatar dollar bracket props dot class name props dot class name and I will take a style as also prop. What is that? Props dot style. Okay, so what is it? So class name. Okay, avatar dollar props dot class name. No, that is not an issue. So style. Okay, so first we'll return and I will explain. IMG. So right click format document. Okay, for the source props dot image for alternate text props dot alt and style equals to bracket width colon props dot width height colon props dot width. Okay, so for this CSS, as I told that, so here what happening here, I am using this avatar as a component. So this component I am using whenever it is need a image tag. So there what happens, there I am passing a class name as a prop, style also prop. So you no need to write everywhere it's a image tag. Just you have to mention the avatar and see it's what is avatar. It's not a standard. It's your component name. So how and using we will get to know. So for that export default avatar. Okay, same class name should be same. Okay, so CSS as I told, so we are going to be, we already have a CSS there. So even I will share the CSS. We are not going for the what we can see CSS. Okay, open with the notepad because anyhow you know how to write a CSS. So uh, we are not giving a much importance for the writing a css. Control V, Control S, will close this one, and same thing I will take meanwhile car.js css. So this css file I will give you. Okay, so now what I will do, I will directly will come for a where user list item. Okay, so user list item, and here I will change the what you can say image to the avatar top, avatar You can say avatar or whatever the thing you want to call. So how to do here? I will just import this avatar card. So import, sorry, import avatar avt. Yeah, here it is there. I will just click here. Avatar is came. So here I will just call the avatar. Okay. Source. So here the image. Here I will take a image props dot image and alternative text is the props dot name. Okay. So remaining class name should be the same thing. It will be there. Okay. Save it. If I just go to the browser. Okay, so let it be. So we are going to be work for the card as well. You will get to know. So avatar. So this is the props dot image, props dot style, and everything. Okay, what it is? The avatar class. See, this is the avatar class. This is the props dot class name. Class name should be avatar dot class here. Okay, avatar dot image means, so for this image it is going to be write a image. So what is the style you are going to be get? So you can plus display block, border, radius, width, height, object fit. But it is going to be take a, what are the properties you want to use it? Width, props dot width. So here the width you are going to be get 100%. So height will be props dot width. So width means this is the size, okay? You can, but height only, that is a width space we have given. Okay, that is 100%. Okay, so this is the prop it is going to be apply for a CSS. Okay, whether, okay, next time you want to use this avatar component, what you have to do, you are going to be already written, just you have to import. Your CSS might be changed. You want width and flex direction row, flex direction column, align item center, justify content center, or right, or anything. So image should be display in line. So border radius will be 10%. Width and height should be 50-50%. Object fit contain. So it CSS can be changed, but this is the once you are going to be lifetime you are using this one. Okay, so what this is called the avatar images we have used in the what we can say component. Okay, so next what I will do, I will use a one more little bit trick is called a that is called a I want to add a something called a links, and I want to apply a card for this one. Okay, so how to apply a cards here? The card in the sense, so first we'll understand what is a card. Okay, uh, cards bootstrap. How it looks. If I just show here, so this is called a card. What is called a bootstrap card. So why we need in the sense? See, it is don't have a specific reason. So we are going to be used with a what we can say to looks good. So that purpose we are using this avatar card. Okay, so how to use this card? So that is we are going to be uh, go one by one. So there is a one, two more things are there. There is a and links are there. So as I told, for this one we are going to be write a header. So that is we are going to be write here. Just a minute. John is here. Okay. Avatar card is displayed. Yeah. So this is the avatar card we have displayed. So now avatar image. So now I want to display card. So as I shown here, so something like that card I need to display here. So for that, I am going to be write the card, what is called a card CSS. So again, it is a, I will go here. So image I have written, same thing I will write for the card. So where it is, I am going to be share inside a shared and UI element inside that card.js. So card.js, again it is a like a card. So that card I am going to be used throughout the application. So I am going to be writer. I'm not writing it again and again. I am just writing the card once. I am using the n times. So import React. So then the constant card equals to props equals to open close brace and return bracket and due class name bracket. So a first, what we can say, a double quote. It is not a normal double quote. In our keyboard, uh, before number one, there is a we can backstick. Okay. So class name, that is the card, and a dollar bracket, the props dot class name, and style equals to props dot style. Okay. So here I want to already I have a like a card style. So import dot card dot css control s. Okay, so here class name card props dot class name style props dot style. So as I told, this card style I am getting as an a props here. Okay, the class name. So what is that class name? Card. So that the card class is taking as a props name. What is the style? The style I am getting like a position is relative, margin, box shadow, border radius, padding, and everything. So that is applying to this card. Okay. So here I am going to be props dot children. Okay. What we have done, so we have done the generic component as like a image. So we have defined one more component that is called a card. The card component, it is taking a class name as a prop name, style as a props, and a props dot children. So how to use it? So I am going to be user inside the here. I think this class name. Okay, so where I want to use above the like image. So above the avatar image, first what I will do, I will use a one link. So what is the link? See, if I just go to here, I'm not saying anything. But if I click on this, it has to be go for the whatever the John or places or something like that. So for that, I will use a one more thing called a link. So what is a link? Link, it is acting as an anchor tag. That's it. So close this one, Control X. So where after this, this is the div. Okay, here I will close this one. What is happened? A link. Okay, link. No, it is imported. Link. What is the error? JSON link. Sorry, I didn't saved. I think link is as corresponding closing tag. Yes, it is closing here. So avatar is starting. Okay. Okay. No, not that one. Okay, this div is closing here, and okay, I have done a small mistake. Okay, so I have not closed it properly. That is why it is showing. See, router is what is that one? See, that is this is the routing from one page to the another page. Okay, but if I click on this one, it has to be go. See here, hand symbol is coming. See, you have anchoring. Okay, this is what this is called a routing. Okay, this is a routing, but this is what this is the anchor tag we are using. If I click means another page is opening. You have done right in HTML and CSS. If I click anchor tag, it is opening a new tab. So like that, link is a anchor tag internally, but it is acting as a now here calling as an anchor tag. Sorry, link, but it is internally it is a anchor tag. So once I click means dollar open close brace backstick. No, no, no. Yeah. Where? Oh, okay. Yeah. So that is the case. You have a different conditions. Okay. You have a requested. You have a response. So you have request something. Okay. So that requested item is not there, miss. So then you will get a 404. Here asking for a pizza. So pizza is not there, miss. So it is returning a code with a 404. Okay. And if you're asking for a pizza and you don't token taken a token or purchased receipt or something, so you are not 201 unauthorized access. If you taken a burger, so that is a what we can say success, means the connection is success. So 404, 201, 200, 500. So these are all the error codes are there. These error codes you are going to be learned in the Node.js. Okay. So in the React also we will tell, but when to define which what you can say error code we are going to be learn in deeply Node.js or in Java. So why we are mentioning a 201 or a 400 code in the sense. So these are all the request. So if it is a bad request or you are asking a request and there is a what is a when is a bad request? You are asking something, it is not there, that is called a bad request. Okay, and a 401. So you are unauthorized access. So you are unauthorized. 201. It is created. Status code. 201 status code meaning. 201 status code also known as a created. So 401, 400 status code. The 400 is also known as a bad request. Error means that the server is unable to process the request because of the client side error. Okay, what is the error you have done? So you are requesting a irrelevant data. That is why it is a responding a bad request. So that is a separate section we are going to be learn. No worries, I will in the Node.js you will get to know what is the status code and all. So this is acting as a link. Okay, so what I am doing, so this is for the user image. a class is, this is a div, inside the image is there, then the header is there, and the place count is there. If I click on this anywhere, so it has to be redirect to the another page. So what is that another page? Props dot id forward slash places. Okay, save it. If I just go to the browser, if I click here, see here, I will just go to the user place. If I click here, what is the place? 3 is the number. So that is the ID with the places. See here, UN is the user ID places. Okay, so where is the ID we are getting? ID we are getting from the user list. Okay, from the how the user list? So we are getting from the user. So this is the U1 ID as a passing as a sorry, in the parameter with the places. So when I click on this one, it is going for a this ID with the places. Got or getting confusion? Okay, no worries. So I will explain this one. Okay, why I am writing this reusable component, and I will tell you. We'll close this one. I'll close. Okay. So here what happens? I have mentioned the image tag, that is the reusable, and this is the link. It is acting as an anchor tag. What is the use of anchor tag? Anyone? Why we are using anchor tag? That is not a fetch. To go from one page to the another page, uh, we are telling the anchor tag. Okay, so link is again it is the anchor tag only, but they have written a component or a link, sorry, anchor, then it is named as a link. If keep in mind, link is acting as an anchor tag. So to props.id, what is the props.id? That is the user ID, that is the U1. Okay, so now I want to define the card for this one. Okay, so for that, here this is the link we know. So here I want to add a card. So card where I have mentioned, where I have written card, I have written a card here, right? Export default card. Control S. We'll close this one. I will just use a capital card. So card starting and a card ending. Control X, from where after link to the a link. But here what I will do, I need to import a card component. How to import? Import card from. How will get to know whether it imported proper? Imported properly, or hold the control and click here. If it is importing properly, okay. So CSS also properly imported. Fine. So now I want to define a card or a link. Okay, but what I will do, I will just remove one extra div here. Control X. I will mention here only. I will remove this one and this one card. Control S. If I just go here, see here. This is the how it is looking. If I just click here, it is a coming for this one. So user places is there. If I click here, if you see the path, It is like a acting as an anchor tag. Okay, so I will use a different image. So because some of the text and all overlapping is happening. So what I will do, I will use a pixel places nature in aspect. I will just use this image only. So control V, deleted. So I will use a this is the pixel image. I will just go for my user list. I will just remove this one. Control S. Okay, so here what we are writing here, we are writing a, so here this is called a card. Okay, if I just click here, it is the path is coming. So if I just click here, the path is coming. So here what happened here? Simple. So earlier our code is a, we have not written a, this avatar. Avatar is acting as an one reusable component. So where it is we have kept inside a shared and element. So avatar is a card and we are passing a props value. So class name avatar component, class name and style we are taking as a props. Where it is coming? It is coming from here. So this avatar image and avatar. Okay. So here the source image is coming up props dot image, alternative is a props dot alternative text, and width and height is there. So these properties are coming from here, and any extra properties are means, so here avatar image props dot image. So this props of image where it is coming, it is coming from the user.js, alternative props dot name. Okay, so here we are getting a props dot name. Where is the name? Name is John. Props dot image is this one. Places is this one. ID is this one. Okay, so how it is coming? So once it is running, we will go by one now. So once it will come here. So either it has to be go for the user, either it has to be go for the classes. Once it is go for the user, by default path, it is coming for the user component. Okay, so user component what we have defined. So this is the React. So just we have taken a user list component. How we have segregated? The first is what? The user component, user list component, and a list item component. There we have splitted a card and avatar. Okay, the first one is what? It will fetch the, see, first it is going for the path by default, the user component it is going to be fetched. So in the, this is called the user component, user component. So this is the clear from the user component. So this is the going to hit to the backend, but we don't have a backend, so that's why I am defining a one array data. So that is a the name users. So that is I am sending as an props to the user list. So where is that one? So here it is the user list component. Okay. So this is the user, from the user component to the user list component. What I am passing? I am passing the items as an props. What are all those items? So these are all the users items. So user list component, so it is taking the props. Okay. So this prop, what it is doing, it is checking props dot item dot length. When there is a no props, it is to telling that no user found. Okay. So that is uh, how we are doing. We are doing with the here. How I will just remove this one. I will remove deleted control S. If I just go to the browser, so no user found is there. Okay, just I will remove this above links. Okay, I will just go here. I will just comment it. So how it look now? It looking at no user found. What I will do? I will use a what you can say card instead of div. I will use a card here. I will import a imported close control X control V control S. If I just go here, see here how it looks now. It looks good, right? So earlier how it looks now. If I not use the card control S, how it looks? It looks very basic. I just used a card. How it looks? So it looks good, good, right? So presentation is good. So what happening? I have written a card once. I'm using a two times, two places here. One is in the user list. One more time is in the user item. Okay, first we'll complete user. So if there is a no item, so then it is calling a no users found, or else class name user list props dot items dot map. So what is those items? So this is the user items is here. So this is the user item passing as a key. Key equals to user dot id. So user is an object id. What is the id? So the u1 is the id, and the id equals to user dot id, same id. Image equal to user dot image. So where is the image? So image is here, and name equals to user dot place count equal to user dot place. So this is props value passing to the user item. So again here in the user item we are calling the li item, li. So every list item again I am using a card. So I have written a card once in here and using a multiple times here card. This is a user hyphen item underscore. This is the css, you no need to worry. Okay, so as it is, you have to type it, and the css is also available you are using. Then we are using a link. What is a link? So link is a like a, it's like a anchor tag. So where it is available from the React router DOM. So once I click anywhere in the image or a header or a place count, it has to be redirect to the next page. So that is next page I will tell, but you are going to be see this path in the URL. So how? If I click here, so this path you are going to be, this is the id, this is the places. So this is the props.id and this is the places. So this is the normal earlier image. Then the avatar. Avatar, what happens? So we have mentioned the CSS somewhere and defined a component. So that component we are fetching here. Props.image and props.name. Okay, so this is how we are written a card and so card in the sense, as you see here, this is the card. We don't have a specific thing. So card means it is like a something box or something called visiting card type. So their coding in the coding scenario, they will call the cards. Okay, this is the card I am just using and passing a style for this one. Okay, so what we are taking as a props as a children. So once we have taken a where this is the H2, and once we have taken a, this whole link and everything. So link and div is acting as a children for here for the card. Okay, so now what I want to do. So this is we got to know links and everything. So class name user item props dot. So we have using a reusable component avatar and a card as a so earlier we are using a div. Here we are using a card. That's it. Okay. So next what I want to do. So I have mentioned here. Here it is my card is there, and I want to mention a header here. Okay. How it header will be there? So I will take a this one is the header one component. So inside a header we have a so component. So that contains a list item. Again, here there is a logo will be there, and here it is a navigation link will be there. So how many component I am taking? This is the main header and navigation and the nav link and the side driver I am going to be taken this component. Okay, so where we are going to be taken? So that is in the shared component. Why I am taking in the shared component anyone? So I am taking this component. The first one is what? Okay, first I will define. I will just go to this shared. In the shared, I want to create a navigation. So this is the UI element and navigation. What is the navigation? So this is called a top navigation. This is the a top navigation. So this will be a left navigation when if you open in the mobile devices. Okay. See, this is the navigation. So you can take it from the top or left or right or bottom is up to you. So this is the navigation bar. Okay, so how to define this one? First, I need to define the header. So then the logo, this is called a navigation link and a, nav link items and a site driver. First, what I will do, main header dot JSX. Now it has to be inside a navigation folder. Let's close this one and navigation.css and main navigation dot JSX and main navigation dot CSS and nav link dot JSX nav link dot CSS and side driver it will come. So what is the side driver? If I just open any website like, see this is called a side driver. Okay, uh, if I want to use a side driver, if I just go here, yeah, it is still loading. So this is called a side driver. If I click close, hide and show, it is the, this is called a side driver. So first we are going to be, this is the main header, this is main, this is the background color we use it, this is called a main header, and this is called a nav links, navigation link. Internally we are calling a one more nav link, so there we are getting a links, and a side driver. Side driver is when it will come, when it is go for the mobile devices, so this is called a side driver. Same thing it will be there, but it is opening from the side. So for that navigation, I am using the side driver dot jsx and side driver dot css. Okay, we'll close all those things. Okay, the first we'll go for the main header dot css. Sorry, main header dot jsx. So for that, import react. So we'll do main header and we will stop. Okay, so it will take a little bit time. So main, then the constant main header equals to, so this is a normal React function we are going to take it, props and return open close. So either you can pass the header component. So header is a default component is there. If you just Google it, if I just Google header, okay, so here it is, a header is there, header in HTML. What is that header? So header tag is going to be represent a header. So header start and end tag. Okay. Header is an element represents a container for a introductory content as a set of a navigation link. Okay. First, here we have taken a header as a component. So there we are passing a class name and a main header. So here in the main header we are taking the props as a children because we are calling children. So this is the main header is done. So I need to do export default main header, and I need to import one more thing called import dot main header dot css. How to check whether it is imported properly or not? So control, hold it. So I have not imported properly main header, or else I have not defined a main header dot css. So here it is a navigation css is there, navlink css is there. Okay, I have not added a main header dot css. Okay, so now it is okay. So what I will do, I will just go to the code. I will just add a css for this one, main header css file. Open with, see how to look and everything we have written a css, so that is why. So this is a normal css, no need to worry about what is width, height and everything, so you already know this one. So main navigation dot css. So for that, here is a css. So this is I am sharing for you guys as well. Control C. So main navigation css, control S. The next is navigation css. So yeah, That is not a navigation, that is a navlink.css. I have done a mistake. Upon which control S. So navlink and a side rubber.jsx. Sorry, CSS. Control C. Side rubber.css. Control S, close. This navigation.css, that is we have to paste inside a CSS. Okay, so that is we have written a navigation, that is a main navigation or a main header. Okay, then main navigation dot JSX. So here we are going to take as a where we want to take. So here main header is done and main navigation. So here import React from React. Okay, then I need to import main navigation dot CSS. Control S. So am I written properly? Main navigation dot CSS. Yes, CSS. Yes, it is imported properly. So then I want to call the constant main navigation equals to props equals to open close brace, then return. So we are taking a multiple component, so we have to enclose with the flower bucket. Now we will use a main header starting tag and end tag. So in the main I want to take a one button. So that is a self closing button we are going to be taken here. So self closing tag, and we need to take a either you can go for the self closing tag, or else you can just go here button. So inside a button I want to take a hamburg icons. So span is self control C, control V. So then I want to class name main hyphen navigation underscore dr menu underscore button. Okay, so where I am going to be written here, see this is the main header, this is the outer layer is the main header, this is the main navigation, and the navigation we are written one three dots like this. So that is acting as a button, like three dots will be there. Okay, and I want to take a after this button I will take a h1. So in the h1, what is this one? I want to take a sorry, class name. The class name should be main hyphen navigation underscore underscore title. So this is the button and this is the title and your places. Okay, the next is what I want to call the navigation. So initially I will keep as a empty. So this nav links I am getting from the this is the navigation link. Okay, we will see that one. This is the main header. Save it. Okay, so I have not added anywhere here. I am just calling here. Okay, so then where to add this one? So we have imported here, but where to add here? So for that, I am just need to go here. So after the roots and before, sorry, router and roots, I need to add a main navigation. But I have done a small mistake. Export default main navigation. Control S, less than main navigation. Control S. If I just go to the browser, see here. So here you're going to be see here overlapping. So for that I need to do one thing called yeah, these roots I will just cut it. I will add a one main. Control V, Control S, save it. See, got it. This is the header. See, header is it is containing only red color. In the main navigation, we are taking this your color, and there are three hamburg button. It has to become Control Shift I. Let's see. See here, you might see the three hamburg button. If I just go here, it will come like this. It will go like this. It will come like this. Okay. So this is the what is called a hamburg button. But if I click means it has to be go for here. So that is we have achieved. Okay. So now I want to get the navigation links from here. So another 5 to 10 minutes. No, we'll finish it. So in the shared component, I will go here in the shared component and the navigation and here navigation navlink.js. So here I want to add my navigation links here. So for that I need to import React from React. Save it and I will use a import a CSS as well. Import double quote forward slash nav. Okay, what is the file name? Navlink.css. Navlink.css. How to check whether it is imported or not? Control click here. So it is importing properly, fine. So then I will use a constant navlinks constant navlinks equals to props equals to open close brace and return. So I want a list. That list should be imported here. So here I will take a No. Yeah, I need to use bracket. Class name. The class name should be, it's a predefined nav hyphen links. Nav hyphen links and li. Li means list item. So each list item, I will take a link as a link also here, but I will take a one more thing is there, that is called a nav link from React router DOM. So here I will take a nav link. So here what I will do, 2 equals to bracket forward slash. So that is called the all users. So this is for the, whenever it is a forward slash, then it is a all users. So that is the one list item. The next list item is li. So inside li, the nav link bracket. So then my places, then link will be 2 equals to forward slash places hyphen new. And the third list item is nav link. Here what happens, I will take a u1. See, this is for the my places. If you want to add a places, so here it is a places hyphen new, and here I will take a add a places, and the last, first I will format the document, and the last li and nav link authenticate to. So this one we need to design, so we will add here. No worry. So we have defined when all user means it has to be whenever the simply forward slash after that localhost, then it has to be go for the my places. If you want to add a find a specific places, you are going to be u1 places, and if you want to add a places, the places new URL will be there. This is for the authentication. Where to add? Inside a here. Okay. So how to add? So here we need to just fetch the elements. Now where is that one? Not from here. No, main navigation is here. Nav link. Yeah, sorry, nav links. That is nav links. Yeah, I need to export default this one. Export default. nav link. So I will just call here less than, not a small nav, caps nav. Still it is not detecting. So what is the mistake? So everything looks correct only. Then so navigation list should be come here. Uh, why it has not showing? So we need to define a one more CSS. That CSS name should be main underscore, sorry, main main hyphen navigation underscore underscore h header header under hyphen nav. So here I will import this component nav link. Nav link. Okay, nav link we cannot define, so we need to use a nav links because already inbuilt nav links is there. So that's why it is showing an error. Nav links. Okay, super. Because nav link we have importing from the React router down, so we need to convert a nav links. So that one we need to call here, and even there is a nav links. See here it is calling here nav links forward slash control s. It looks great. We'll go here. It is throwing an error. What is the error? Return is not defined. Okay, first we'll go nav link. Yes. Uh, okay. Mm, not here. And approx. Okay, so it's correct only. Class name. Okay, so just a minute.